Episode 4, Primordial Yajna. Warning! I slept horribly. I was hot one minute, freezing the next. I kept waking up. In the morning, I just felt exhausted. My bones ached, and my neck hurt. For the first few moments, I kept my eyes closed, expecting to see my bedroom when I opened them. But alas, I was still in the same damp, inhospitable room. The window was slightly open, letting in some fresh air. Let's hope that today we'll be able to leave Kliphagrami. Let's try and make the best of this day. That's the only way I'll be able to get through it. I was lying, spread-eagled. Suddenly a thought flashed through my mind. I wonder if Amrit knew how dangerous it is here. Did he purposely keep silent about it, or had no idea himself? I'd like to believe that he means me no harm. Why am I even thinking about him? Why did Mr. Dubé come to my mind first thing in the morning? I wanted to laugh at myself instead. His name popped up in my head once more. I could clearly see Amrit in my mind. I remember his... Let's see where this goes. Long, delicate fingers. The rings he wears must be expensive. I remember how he touched me with his hands, gently but firmly. He was someone who exudes extraordinary confidence. It's not vulgar or pretentious, it's real, calm, attractive. What will he do to me if he finds out that I stole a book from his collection? Felt a little uneasy. I bet he'd be furious. Might be a terrible sight. Or... It was a strange sensation in my body, a mixture of anticipation and an interest. God, why am I even thinking about this? It's so ridiculous, but I can't get him out of my head. Should I go see him when we get back to Calcutta? I'd like to. I felt like smiling at the thought of being able to see Amrit again, talk to him, see that smug grin on his lips. What a turn of events. You are attracted to Amrit. Alright, I don't like him. He's just intriguing. I got out of bed and tried to make myself presentable. I thought that was gonna go other places. Whew! Long ponytail, braid. I don't like either one, so I'm just gonna go with braid. But, I don't understand why they constantly keep wanting to change our hair. And that was it, just the ponytail. The room was filled with the delicious smell of curry. Lima was lying out the cutlery when I entered. Where did the food come from? Killian cooked using the ingredients Ratan brought us. I got them from some neighbors I know. They must be nice people. I saw how exhausted and hungry Killian looked. He was putting food on the plates, but without much enthusiasm. I could see that Killian was very tense. Do you think you can come out of nowhere, show a little kindness, and we'll instantly forget about everything that happened? Captain Lightwood, if I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have come here. The locals would have done that for me. They seem a little weird, but not weird enough to attack. Are you sure? The guide looked at me. I shook my head. I was attacked yesterday. What? Who did that? And why didn't you say anything? Because you guys were busy bickering. It wasn't serious, and Ratan helped me. You decided to tell your colleagues about the incident. What did they want from you? For us to leave. He was persistent. Was it a man? Well, she just did say he. You should have told us right away. I didn't want to make you even more nervous. Well, it didn't work. We didn't argue anymore and started having breakfast. All but Ratan, as he said that he was already eaten. But finally, we haven't eaten since yesterday morning. Any food would taste delicious to me right now. Despite that, Lima, I still put my best effort into cooking. Ratan, did you manage to get through to the driver? No, the line is very bad. I couldn't get through to anyone at all. Maybe we should try walking? On a foggy mountain road. Kolkata is several hundred miles away. I think it would end badly. So we're just stuck in this hellhole? Let's wait for the weather to improve. The whole thing is really starting to annoy me. This place makes me feel uncomfortable. The whole thing's really starting to annoy me. The strange villagers, driver who left, lack of decent living conditions, and the weather. It's as if something is trying to deliberately stop us. I know how you feel. Maybe it'll clear up by lunch? The weather's pretty rubbish, I wouldn't be too optimistic. But we can't waste time here. What if we try to learn at least something useful? Well, there's a person right here who could tell us everything. I won't tell you anything. It would violate my agreement. No one will ever know. They will know, Lightwood. Every step I take, every word, every thought, everything becomes known. Then why did you have us come here? Why are you helping us if you're on the wrong side, and if they know everything about you, then they know about us too? I have no reason to trust you. And we have no intention of harming you as long as you don't cross the line. We? How many are you? I'm not sure you want to hear the answer. I'm with you to make sure that you leave here alive and stay safe in Kolkata. If I leave, this will be the last day of your life. It's hard to believe what you're saying. There was some noise outside the window. We all simultaneously turned in that direction. What was that? I'll go check. I'm coming with you. No. Yes. You're not going to tie me to a chair, are you? He sighed dramatically, but didn't argue further. However, he left first, and I followed him. The street was empty. It was cloaked in impenetrable fog, and the sky was overcast. There were no people in front of the house, but our fence was occupied by birds. Are these owls? Looks like it. Why are there so many of them? Ratan was looking at the birds deep in thought. He pursed his lips as several owls turned their heads in our direction. Ratan looks surprised or confused. Why the hell are there so many of them and during the day? I don't know, maybe they got lost. It might be harder to navigate in the fog. They shouldn't be here. It's very strange. It's a bad omen. Very bad. Things like these do not occur without a reason. Why? Ratan suddenly looked at me. I raised my eyebrows questioningly. Are you feeling well? Not really. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, I'm starting to get even more nervous, if that's even possible. In the local culture, owls really are a bad omen. I'm ready to believe anything by now. I hope we'll leave soon. If we plan to leave the village soon, I want to walk around one more time. We have to at least get something out of this trip. No, it's too dangerous. Especially after you've been attacked. I'll go with her. She's safer alone than with you. You're very much mistaken. Whatever you say, I don't believe you not a single word. Moreover, I think you're doing everything you can to keep us here. I'm not sure that makes sense. The locals treat him well. They gave him food. I think they respect him. I doubt they'll harm me if he's with me. Unless he's the one who will harm you. I would never hurt Amala. Your words were never lies. I left some things out, but I didn't lie. Killian had nothing to say to that. He was gradually realizing that he was losing control of the situation. I defied any explanation, and it was clearly driving him crazy. Killian silently returned to the house. And what's this? She lowered her gaze, pointing to the ground. There were human footprints. It was only at this point that I noticed that the whole yard had been trampled by someone. Someone walked around all here last night. Frowning, Ratan examined the ground with a displeased look. Someone was walking here while we were sleeping? The thought alone made me shudder. And my window was ajar this morning. I'll deal with everything. Come. Amala, don't worry. No one will come here during the day. Should I come with you? I'm not sure about that. Your looks will attract a lot of attention. Yes, I think you're right. Then I'll stay. We went towards the main street. Despite the blanket of fog that was dense that covered the village, the locals didn't stop going about their business. Everyone was working, children were running back and forth, just like yesterday. Their eyes followed us again, but they were somehow different. Are they looking at us with interest? Is it just me, or are they scrutinizing me? Yes. Why on earth? But the guy just shrugged his shoulders. They are preparing for Durga Puja. Any unusual event is considered some kind of sign from the goddess. And that sign is me? Why didn't they stare like that yesterday? I think something has changed in their attitude towards you. I'll try talking to someone since they seem more welcoming today. I headed towards the first passerby I saw. He recoiled in fright as soon as he saw me coming. His face was full of fear and reverence? I turned to Ratan, waiting for an explanation. He smiled at me. I see you're impatient. Shall we walk in the forest? Fine. He nodded happily and started walking in an unknown direction. I'll trust him, and hope I won't regret it. Your relationship has improved. Ratan walked forward confidently, and I trailed behind. The further we went into the forest, the more tired I got. I could feel my back and neck hurt, still achy after a bad night's sleep. Where are we going? I want to show you something. What, exactly? You'll see for yourself, or rather, you'll feel it. After a while, he finally stopped. We reached a part of the forest where the lush greenery had lost its color and faded into autumn yellows. I raised an eyebrow in surprise, rubbing my neck. Was there a fire here? No. This is part of the forest. Has been like this for many years. And why did you bring me here? My head was buzzing, couldn't even stand, so I slowly squatted down and ran my fingers through my hair. I'm not feeling well. Let's head back. My guide calmly sat next to me, looking into my eyes. Don't fight it. Stop rejecting what's so desperately trying to reach you. What? I don't understand. This dark-haired figure was drifting before my eyes. I had a migraine. It was getting so bad something was pulling me to the ground. What are you doing to me? Me? Nothing. The right question is, what are you doing to yourself? Don't resist, open your mind, otherwise you'll have another sleepless night. Fine. It was easier for me to do what he asked than to endure this headache. I closed my eyes, trying to find the source of the pain. It's not working. Amala, you're here. A lot has been done to get you to this place. You won't be able to avoid the consequences. Accept them. He touched my face with his cool fingers. It was the last thing I felt before the pain slowly went away and my vision went dark. A chorus of voices, the smell of fire, the coolness of the night. I snapped my eyes open. I was surrounded by people in cloaks. I couldn't see their faces, but they were bowing, their hands pressed together. They were reciting a tantra in unison, dark, complex, the kind that gave you goosebumps. Bengali was mixed with Sanskrit, and I understood almost nothing. The setting is very similar to my vision. I need to get out of here. Instead, I remained still, and I heard my own lips speaking. Accept this gift, O Great One, accept this gift. We pray for your mercy. My voice seemed strange. I could see my hands in front of me, but they were different from mine. It wasn't hard to guess. It's not me who's here, but someone else. The people started swaying from side to side as if they went into a trance. The man in red, who was standing in front of the fire, raised his hands to the moon up in the dark sky. Take this weak body into your motherly embrace. His soul will live forever, but his mortal flesh belongs to you, Dark Mother. He speaks pure Bengali. I'm in the same forest Ratan brought me to. Give me the dagger. The man held out his hand to me. I hastily pulled out a golden blade, carefully wrapped in a silk handkerchief, and handed it to the priest. Give the ritual dagger. Yes. Bringer of pain. A body, whose outline I saw at the priest's feet, did not move. The man raised his hand, holding the dagger above the fire. Make the Primordial Yajna happen. He'll burn, bloodless in the arms of the flame, as you once burned, O Great Mother. Bright neon red. I wanted to jump up, but someone's hands insistently kept me back on their lap. Ratan was looking down at me. Stay calm. Come to your senses. What was that? You knew everything. I wouldn't have brought you here for no reason. My heart was pounding. My headache was slowly subsiding. I slowly got up from his lap. He was carefully watching me come to my senses. Okay, now explain. I've already realized that you know about my visions. What happens to you are not exactly visions. You don't belong to a chest that can have them. Okay, so then how the hell are we having them? Yours is a visual and spiritual connection, something so strong that it's almost tangible. It all started here, and you can feel it. The power releasing during the ritual left its mark on this forest and on everyone who was present then. You have that mark on you too. But what does that have to do with me? And what does that have to do with you? Human blood has immeasurable power, so it's particularly valuable for rituals. I jerked away, angry. Stop talking in riddles, I want to know what's going on. He looked at me like I was being unreasonable. He calmly shook his head. Let things take their natural course, Amala. There's a time for everything, you have to understand that. The reason you're here, the things you see and hear, your sensations, all these are threads weaving your path to the truth. Your path to the real you. And you cannot walk this path quickly, hastily. You should take conscious, slow, thoughtful steps. You have to come to terms with the fact that you see the other world. You now believe in the existence of such things. And I let you see what once happened in this forest. Had I done it earlier, you would have panicked, started denying everything, or even gone crazy. He's not wrong. What kind of truth are you hiding if it can drive me crazy? He gently touched my hand. Keep calm, Amala. No matter how shocking this truth might be, I will help you cope with everything and adjust to it. Adjust to what? To your new role. He got to his feet, giving me a strange look. No one dares to stand in the path that you have to follow. I can only gently guide you, but no more than that. That's why I'm here, with you. It's important for me to be close to you. Finally, you're in Kolkata. Everything will run its proper course. Finally? I suddenly realized something strange and frightening. It was you, right? The one who forced me to come to Calcutta. The one who vouched for me and asked for me to be assigned to this case. Do you have any connections to the British government? He grinned. The real leaders stay in the shadows. This is true. My heart skipped a beat. We, blinded by light, beware of the enemies that rule from the shadows. Panic and anxiety clouded my eyes. I took a shaky step back. No, Amala, stay where you are. I don't want to be near you. The ones who's behind everything has been right under my nose all this time. Was it also your idea to force me to come using threats? Yes. At that moment, I needed to make things happen. I turned around. I quickly started to get away from him. Come back, you'll get lost. I ignored his words. I rushed forward, not even seeing the path. I didn't understand what I was doing, where I was running, but I really wanted to hide from everyone, even if only for a moment. The thought that all this time I had been someone's puppet was eating away at me. It made me hate everyone around me, and most importantly, myself. There has to be an explanation for everything. Not everyone wants to hurt me, right? Yes, Ratan did a terrible thing, but I tried to come up with plausible excuses. My head started aching again. You are a gentle person, and try to keep your humanity. Thank you, game. I stopped breathing heavily and leaned my back against a tree trunk. I clutched my head and squeezed my eyes shut. I didn't know how to get away from this pain. God, it hurts so much. That's what's happening to me. It's because of Ratan. There was only one way to somehow avoid this migraine. I probably need to see something again. Something was trying to reach me, and I needed to open up to it. I closed my eyes, sinking into the ground. The throbbing pain slowly subsided, but my bones continued to ache. I could feel the damp earth mixed with blood underneath my fingers. I was down on my hands and knees, my head raised in fear. She was looking at me, the real me. I could feel it. My child, my longing for you is immeasurable. Choosing between two paths, which one will you consider the right one? A person without a past can't have a future. A person without a past won't find the right path. The strange silhouette began to move slowly towards me. Its dark hair clung to the tree branches like cobwebs. The closer she got, the stronger an eerie feeling grew inside me. Fear and awe. You belong to me. I can be merciful, or I can be full of rage. Someone roughly grabbed my neck from behind. Ah! I jumped right up. My heart was pounding, my nose was still filled with the smell of burning and blood. Around me was just thick darkness. Have I been lying here for that long? My clothes had gotten a little damp because I had been lying on the humid ground. I mentally scolded myself for being so careless. My head hurt so much, I was in so much panic that I wandered through the forest without knowing where I was going. You're an idiot, Amala. The moonlight helped me to somehow navigate the forest. I shivered. Alone in a forest at night. Brilliant. Killian will never let me hear the end of it. Looking around, I saw a barely noticeable light about 300 feet away from me. Oh, and I also see, him in the corner right there. Moved stealthily. There's no need to make any noise. I better find out who's there first, and then I'll reveal myself. Yeah, I've played enough games for that. As it turned out, no one was there. It was some small stone structure with candles around it. I got closer. Is this another altar? There was a makeshift altar in front of me, several candles burning around it. On the main slab was the symbol we had seen so many times. A twisting lock of hair lay neatly in front of it. It was sprinkled with something brown. Some spice was scattered all over the place. I took a closer look. The hair was the same color as mine. No. My hand shot towards my hair, and I ran my fingers along the entire length. One of the front strands was shorter than the others. My heart leaped in terror. The pieces of the puzzle quickly fell into place. A slightly open window, the footprints around the house, the stares of the locals. Someone did this to me. Someone touched me while I was asleep. What is this altar? Why is there my hair on it? Take a closer look. I crouched down, touching the stone with the trembling fingers. I was scared, flinched at the faintest of noises, but figuring things out was more important to me than anything else. I need to understand who's behind this and what it has to do with me. My throat went dry and I swallowed. When I touched the altar, it felt like the blood in my veins began to pulsate. Everything inside me clenched and trembled. The feeling was so familiar. I felt something similar when I met Ratan and Amrit for the first time. At this point, nothing surprised me anymore. On the contrary, everything started to feel intertwined and combined in one big logical chain. I took a closer look at what the altar was made of. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary stone, but it had some inlays. I nudged one pebble and it crumbled. An unusual rock. Take it. It's some kind of rock. I kept it. I had a feeling that Calcutta was pulling me inexorably deeper. Everything happened here destroyed my will and mind. The people, culture, murders, religion, all was dragging me in, holding me in a death grip, and I couldn't get away. I wanted and tried to fight it, but my energy was running out, and it seemed to be getting only stronger. There was a crackle of branches behind me. I turned around, scared, and my blood ran cold. It's him, isn't it? We go peek!
You came. We knew you'd come. It was bound to be so.
You. Were you told to get lost?
Weren't you told to leave the village? Weren't you told you'd lose your life if you didn't?
He has a point.
So you didn't leave. It was a sign from above. So it's meant to be.
He slowly walked towards me. He grinned.
My tuna has to be performed with someone from my lower chest. I need you to honor the Great Mother.
What? My Thuna? Ritual intercourse?
The union of our energies will please the goddess and evaluate us above the rest. Let's do it here, surrounded by the moonlit earth.
He lunged at me. No! Villager, Path of Independence, jumped at me with lightning speed, and I immediately struck him, hitting him in the temple. The man twitched and grimaced, but didn't seem to care. He clung to me like he was possessed. The pain just made him tighten his fingers on my forearm more angrily. He dragged me to the altar, then casually threw me to the ground. I fell on all fours, scratching my palms. Pulling off his shirt, the man eyed me hungrily.
You should lead, but if you don't want to, I think it'll do it.
God, he's really gonna do this. My mind went blank, and I acted on pure instinct. I desperately tried to work out how to protect myself and escape. He lunged at me. These choices will affect the rage and kindness of Goddess, as well as your respect. Order him to stop. Well, that's easy as shit. I looked at him angrily from underneath my brows and snarled through gritted teeth. Go away, you beast. Touch me again, and your head will lay on the altar next. You hear me? I'll chop it off with a single blow. He seemed to have got smaller, I swear. I got up. In my Thuna, the woman should dominate and take, not the man. And how dare you even think of touching me? I should be the one leading the ritual, not some slimy lowlife like you. You didn't bring any meat or wine. The gods are laughing at you, you stupid creature. The man froze for a moment, surprised by my words. You stole the original Tantra, so you know about the ancient ritual. Why are you so quiet? His eyes widened, he fell to his knees in front of me.
Yes, that's right. You do it. Lead, oh goddess.
You disgust me. His eyes filled with rage. He didn't care what I said or did. He was determined to carry out his plan. Lights flashed among the trees. We both noticed them and then heard voices.
Amala. Amala! The man jumped up, about to run away. Don't let him escape.
The hell you're gonna leave?
I grabbed him by the arm and screamed, "Freeze!"
Didn't you want to stay here longer?
He began to struggle, and I could barely hold him.
I'm here! Come here!
You didn't let him escape, this will affect the plot. I'm assuming in a good way, because I had to pay diamonds for it. My voice echoed through the forest. Killian Ratan quickly found me.
Amala!
Killian wanted to run up to me, but saw the stranger nearby.
Take him, he attacked me.
The two of them intercepted the man. Killian was ready to kill him on the spot, and I was too. What the hell? Who is this, and what are you doing here? Ratan grabbed the villager by the throat, looking down at him. Didn't I order you to stay away from her? You'll regret this.
No, please. It was for Hatun. I didn't want to kill her.
Ratan's grip became visibly stronger. The villager whimpered, trying to wriggle out.
No, it hurts. You're hurting me.
What is he talking about?
He wanted to.
Ratan stopped talking, not wanting to say the words out loud. Yet Killian understand him perfectly. Yep, no, can we kill him? That'd be great. Both of them were visibly furious.
Hurt him. Let him be punished for what he tried to do. I thought I was gonna die here. If it hadn't been for you.
Say no more. I'll deal with him. Don't kill him. I wasn't going to.
Oh, but I would've. What?
Killian roughly pushed the man to the ground.
No, please!
I turned away, but I could perfectly hear the sounds of several blows and wheezing breaths.
Serves him right.
No, him being dead would serve him right. You shouldn't have run away. We were at our wits' end looking for you. What the hell happened, Amala? What made you go into the forest alone? You had us worried sick. They led me out of the forest.
Technically, I didn't come in alone. Just saying.
The Brahmin, the woman was talking about his return to the village. Lima and Ratan have met him. He wants to talk to us. I'm just saying I didn't go alone. I'll go with a 5. Why not? Let's see what stats we got. 3 to independence, 1 to loyalty, 1 to respect, 1 to rage, 4 to kindness, and let's get our diamonds. But before that, remember to like, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and please head down to the description of the video to check out a bunch of ways to support the channel, things to check out, and ways to become more of an intricate part of our community, our family that we have here. With that being said, like I said in the community post on the channel, that I am going to start doing a lot more romance clubs, so stay tuned for that. Not just we'll be doing Callie, but a lot of the other books and whatnot, and starting to opening up more of this content to, well, being published. So, look forward to that. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe, and then head down the description below. Let me know your thoughts and everything about this, and without further ado, catch you on the next video. Peace out.